Thanks for tuning into our channel, Grounding the Love. Today we would like to talk about one key element and ways to build your relationship with your spouse. The number one element will be friendship. What is friendship?
Friendship is togetherness, closeness, being attached to that person, and greater than that, friendship is having a really deep understanding of who that person is. So, like I said, we want to speak about friendship. So, the first part of the video, we're going to speak about for those who beginning to speak, to talk with somebody, to date somebody. Make sure in that process of dating, you're going out with a person, you're understanding who they are, trying to figure out their likes and don't likes, what make them comfortable, what make them uncomfortable. That's what you want to do when you first getting to know somebody. But I mean, you can go out to places and have a good time. You go out to the movies, you go out to a dinner, hiking, fishing, whatever you like to do, whatever they like to do. You want to rotate that, do what they like to do, and you can do what you want to do. But in the midst of doing that, you're gonna be figuring out who that person are. They're gonna be figuring out who you are, and you're gonna be finding out some things about them. Like you said, the friendship is having a deep understanding of that person. And here's the main issue: you can be in a relationship, but you don't have a friendship. So a friendship and a relationship, they go together, but they're different. So you want to make sure you have that friendship. That's a good foundation for that relationship. But some people don't have it, But you really want to establish that friendship. And like I said, understanding who that person are. Some people don't do it. They get into a relationship and 3 or 4 months they're ready to get married. They don't know who that person is. They don't even know their favorite color. They don't know their favorite movie or their favorite food. They don't even know what they like. They don't know what they dislike. So that's where a lot of complications come in. Later down in your marriage or later down in a relationship, there's a lot of disagreements on what people like and don't like because they never established that friendship from the beginning. So it's real important for you that are beginning to build that relationship. And it's also important for those who are already married and have been dating for some years or so. But here's the thing, if you want a serious relationship with a person, then get serious. Getting serious meaning find out who they are, establishing that friendship. But if you don't want to be serious with a person, then just leave them alone. Because life is real, and
feelings are real.
Feelings are real, and we have feelings because we human. So we want to make sure if we're gonna really want to be with a person, we really need to understand who they are, and they need to know who we are. We don't need to get into a relationship wearing makeup, and then you want to take it off when you get married. Then that person don't know who you are. But how do you understand who they are? It's through friendship, it's through dating.
And laying everything out when you first, going out on dates and stuff. Make sure that you lay, everything out, like things that you like, dislike, life, anything, what went on in your life, what got you to the point that, where you're at now in life, so make sure you, tell that friend, everything, like what happened up to the point of you dating that person.
Right. Like you said, laying it all out on the table. Take everything out, throw it on the table. And you can discuss some things, because we go through things in life, and that's our moment to pour it out on the table. They can pour it out on the table. And that's what friends do, they pour out upon each other and they understand who each other are. And that's when friendship grow, and that's when your relationship grow, by understanding who people are, That's how people say we're best friend forever, because they understand who the person are. That's my best friend, I know everything about them. I know what they like and don't like.
That's right, because spending time with that person, that one-on-one time. Not only that, you can also do like double dates if you really trying to get to know, that person and you're really not sure about that. One-on-one, try to do double dates. That's another thing that you could do too,
right.
To feel comfortable,
right.
So that's another thing that you can do too.
Right, double dating, that's right, double dating, because sometimes you may be with a person you're kind of iffy about. Mm-hmm. So, call your friend, they may got somebody that they talk to, you can double date. And then from there, when you begin to get comfortable with that person, you can go out with them one-on-one.
That's right.
But the main thing we want to do is understand who they are. And in that friendship, that definition of friendship, that's the part I really underline. Having a deep understanding of that person. That's
right.
a real powerful statement in friendship. You know, togetherness and closeness, it kind of comes after you understand who they are. So what I'll say, when you say friendship, I say togetherness, closeness, and attachment. But having a deep understanding first, then togetherness comes, then closeness comes, then attachment comes. But first you gotta have an understanding who that person are. You don't attach yourself to a person you don't know. You gotta really understand who they are. I know love draws through people, but if understanding people, having a deep understanding of a person, closeness come in, because you understand who they are. So you wanna understand that about your mate. You know, for like I said, for those who been in a relationship, it's never too late.
That's right.
So things that you can do if you're already married in a relationship. So what are some of the things them type of people, them type of relationships gonna do if they already been married?
Still take that one-on-one time out, like date nights, movies, the park, you know, anything that, you know, can really build your relationship, you know. Take that time out for to get to know you, that you and that person one-on-one, you know. Cutting the TV off, you know, cutting the cell phones off, just having that one-on-one, even with the kids, allow the kids to be asleep if you have any, you know. Just having you and that person, you know, to get that intimacy time. We're not talking like, you know, intimacy. We talking about like
togetherness and closeness.
Yeah, that's right. So that's what I'll say.
Like she said, if you already in a relationship, that one-on-one time, you know, and here's the thing, it's really important. We're not just blowing words in the air, but it's important if you're already married that you don't know that person. You can be living with a stranger. It's sad. You don't know who you with. You know, you think you know, but you really don't if you don't have a friendship with them, because you never established that time to understand who they are. But if you're serious about your relationship, especially those who married, that's a lifetime, you know, that's to the end. So in a relationship, who don't want to be free? Who don't want, free as in being free together, not saying free I want to do what I want to do as a single-minded person, but free being having a peaceful and a joyful and a loving relationship with your mate. So that's what we want to walk in. And that's, like I said, we're not just talking to be talking. We're not just saying things to post videos for people to get entertained by. But we're trying to pour information into some people, because it's real important that we live our life with our mate, and we live it in peace and love and freedom.
And being who you are.
Being who you are, you know. Your heart be at peace with your mate, you know, your mind be at peace. But like you said, one-on-one, you know, putting the cell phones up, turning the television off. You know, you can be in a household with your mate, and you can both be on the internet and don't spend time together. You know, you spend more time on the internet and more time on social media and watching. You do with your spouse. And with your spouse, and watching game shows and whatever these shows going on in the world now. But you spend no time with your mate. But what's going on? People are entertaining, and they're influenced by television, and they're influenced by social media. So they kind of let that come into their relationship. But you need to really understand who that person are. You know, don't let the television talk to you. Don't let social media talk to you. Don't let your friends talk to you, but let your mate talk to you. And you talk to them and understand who they are. Like I said, it's never too late if you're married. But we got something fun coming up right now. We're gonna tune into some videos. We got some examples coming up. It's funny. But we got some examples coming up. We're really speaking on some do's and some don'ts in the early part of dating. And even if you've been together for a few months or something early, you know, we're showing some things that you shouldn't do and you should do. So tune right in to this and check this out, and I hope you enjoy this.
So, in the first clip, you see them conversating, and they're talking about their hobbies and what they like to do and things like that. You see there's no touching. That's just communication. Learning to get to know each other. They getting to know each other. Yes, as you can see, they still conversating. As you can see, the night is over. That he's giving a hug. She's going on in. and there's no kiss. He's respectful.
You can see in this clip they sitting here at the bench and they hugging too much rubbing going on. You don't want to get too much into all that touching and rubbing. You want to focus more on who they are, and you see a lot of holding hands going on. And you can even see them taking selfie and pictures. You know, that's a no. That's a big no. No selfies. Okay, the end of the night coming up. There's a friendly hug. That's okay. That's a friendly hug. But what this guy doing? What is he doing? Oh no, no. You do not try to go in the house. That's a no. You know. I hope everybody enjoyed what they just seen. It was some great examples of what you should do and what you shouldn't do. And in the first part of dating, sometimes we tend to touch a lot, but we shouldn't be focused on touching and rubbing, but we should be focused on who that person are. And this video for the purpose of those who are serious in a relationship. If you're not serious, if you want to be jumping, just turn it off. But if you're serious, then leave all that touching alone, you know, and get to know who that person are. So this video about friendship, we want to get ready to wrap it up. I hope you enjoyed them examples. Them examples were basically saying what you should do and what you shouldn't do in the process of dating. And we want to wrap up. Here's the main thing we spoke about before we go. We spoke about in the early part of dating, or early part of relationship, understanding that person, building that friendship. And those who you already been married for 45 years or whatever, 15, 20, whatever the time may be, it's never too late. Put down your phone, cut off the television, and get that deep understanding and just grow from it and live a life and live a relationship of peace and love. So that's basically what we were speaking about.
So the two questions for this week is, can we be friends? And I'll show up the question.
Right, like you said, one was, can we be friends? And I said, should we be friends? Should you be friends with your mate
before getting married?
Right, and that's I mean, we pretty much answered that, and that's what we want to speak about. Should we be friends? And can we be friends? So we hope everybody enjoyed this video. We pretty much discussed everything we needed to, and we hope everybody have a great week and a good night. We want to wrap it up, but we want to make sure everybody stay grounded in love.